This is Canon RF 50mm f1.8 prime lens versus RF 35mm f1.8 IS macro lens. You're watching this video because you're interested in one of these two lenses and looking to make a decision that suits your workflow. I hope this review will be helping in making your mind. The 50mm f1.8 lens comes at $200 and probably the best prime budget lens you can get for the RF system. The 35mm f1.8 is selling at $500, and in addition to the image stabilization, it features shorter minimum focus distance for macro capability. Sometimes the two lenses are on sale. Check the links down below for more. Today I will be using the Canon R6 Mark II camera in this review, and I will be sharing the viewfinder scenes as well during this video. I already made a series of reviews comparing Canon R6 Mark II versus Sony a7 IV. Check the links up here. Now it's Omahe, and let's get this review started. The 35 and 50mm are two different focal lengths and deliver different image compression. The 35mm is more like a casual lens that shows more of the environment, and I believe it's perfect for medium and medium full shots. The 50mm, on the other hand, is a classic telephoto lens that features more autofocus background. Although you can make medium full shots with the 50mm, the 35 creates a better look at that level. It's a matter of taste, never mind, you will make up your mind in a while. Now I will share with you guys some images side by side from both lenses, so you get an idea what each lens is capable for. The 35mm images are always on the left, and the 50mm are on the right. Here is another example where the two images shot from the same spot. The 50mm indeed features more compression. It's a portrait lens for sure. The 35mm is more like casual urban lens and tend to show more of the surrounding environment. No doubt, you can do that with the 50mm lens if you get few steps back. There is no rule, use your creativity. Honestly, I enjoyed using the two lenses, and I found a way to adapt each one of them into my workflow. The 35mm f1.8 RF lens features built-in image stabilization, and that definitely offers a better performance combined with the camera sensor image stabilization. Here we'll drop some samples side by side with the camera sensor stabilization turned on. It's the 35mm lens here, and now it's the 50mm. I'm pretty satisfied with the R6 Mark II sensor stabilization, especially with the 50mm lens. And before continue watching this video, I would like to offer you my Lightroom preset packs. We got 3 different packs for different scenarios. And if you like the theme I'm using here, for everyone watching this video, you can get any preset pack you want only for $6. Head off to omagmrawi.com/store, use the coupon code 35mm, and get yours today at half price. Enjoy! The 50mm lens got a tighter focal length, and therefore creates more bokeh or shallow depth of field than the 35mm f1.8. See here, for example, I tried to get the same composition with both lenses, and indeed we see a busier background at 35mm f1.8. Here is another example where the two images shot from the same spot. There is a significant difference in the bokeh structure, but both of them look great in my perspective. The 35mm f1.8 lens labeled as a macro lens. It features 17cm minimum focus distance, 6.7 inches, whereas the 50mm lens got a 30cm minimum focus distance, 11.8 inches. And this is the closest you can get with the two lenses. The 35mm is no doubt a macro thing. When it comes to autofocus, both lenses feature STM autofocus motors, and I barely see any difference in still photography. This was RF 35mm f1.8. Now jumping to 50mm f1.8 lens. However, in video mode, I can see that Canon 50mm f1.8 got a slightly faster autofocus performance. And now switching to the 35mm f1.8 lens in video mode. Eventually the two lenses did well, but I'm not a fan of the STM autofocus motor because it has a slight noise running in the background. Probably you're not gonna hear it, but it's there. Let me show you that. And now jumping to the 50mm. Here we go. They got different noise pattern, but both of them are noisy. And when getting both lenses in hand, the 35mm is remarkably heavier and bigger than the 50mm. We get 300 grams versus 160, 10.5 ounces versus 5.6. However, I believe the two lenses share the same build quality. And as you see here, the 35 and 50mm lenses got a custom ring that can be customized to certain functions in the camera. But the 35mm lens got also a dedicated focus ring as well. Sharpness and image quality. Now we'll put both lenses on sharpness test, and we'll check the image quality of each of them at different apertures. Here we get both lenses side by side at f1.8. The 35mm is remarkably sharper in the center, significantly sharper at sides and corners. The 35mm lens should produce a better image quality. No surprise, it's more expensive and 2.5 times the price. However, the image quality in the center is very convenient in both lenses wide open at f1.8. And regarding corners, the 50mm gets a decent sharpness quality starting from f2.5. See, this is 50mm f1.8 versus f2.5. The lower apertures suffers from some haziness at corners, and starting from f2.5 we get a clean image. 35mm lens, on the other hand, gets a decent corner quality at f2. 35mm f1.8 versus 35 f2. Now at f2.8 I can tell the two lenses are pretty sharp, whether in the center or corners, but I still see the 35mm lens is a step ahead. And eventually, at f5.6, both lenses share the same sharpness and image quality all over the image. So far, this video is made to share with you more of the differences between the 35 and the 50mm f1.8 RF lenses. Each lens got a different character and I can see myself using both of them at the same time. But if you are in a position that you need to pick up only one of them, I believe after watching this video you probably can make your mind. Thank you for watching guys, show me a thumbs up if you find this video helpful and bump that subscribe button for more camera gear reviews. This was Oma and see you guys in another one.